So what's wrong with our current error dialog here? Well, if I open it, visually, everything is all right. But if I inspect this here, we can see a problem in the HTML markup. Here's our dialog, right? It's below the button, input, and the H2 tag. And it's below there because that's where we added it in the template of manage goals. Now, visually, as I said, everything works, but semantically, and from a HTML perspective, having this element, the dialog, which actually is treated as an overlay to the entire page, having that nested here in our HTML code is not ideal. It works, but for accessibility, this could be strange. You could also run into some styling bugs here. And it might simply make more sense if that dialog wouldn't be down there, but if instead, let's say, it would be somewhere here. It would be inserted at the root of our HTML tree and not deeply nested inside of it. Really just for semantic and also partly accessibility reasons. And this is something which is easy to achieve with Vue and a feature called Teleport. Teleport is a built-in Vue component, just like Component and Keep Alive. You can wrap your to be teleported thing, so your to be rendered somewhere else thing, in this case the error alert, with that built-in teleport element, which again is a built-in component Vue provides to you. Now, how does Teleport work, or what do you do with it? Teleport wants one prop, one attribute, the to prop. And here you provide a CSS selector selecting an HTML element on your entire page where this content should actually be added to in the HTML markup. So logically, it still belongs to this component. You can still interact with methods in that component and so on. But it will be rendered somewhere else in the DOM structure. And here, for example, we could select the body element by just referring to the body tag. You could also refer to an element by ID selector like this. You just pass in a regular CSS selector here. And here I'll go for the body tag, which means please render the content of this component, the actual HTML markup that should be added to the DOM, please render it in the body element, directly in the body element, and not deeply nested in this HTML structure as it was happening before. So if I save that and reload and generate this dialog, it looks like before. But if we inspect this now, we see this dialog is now at the end of the body section, and it's no longer deeply nested in this div and any other elements. And semantically, this can be better. It's of course a small optimization. It might not matter to you, and you don't have to use Teleport if you don't want to, but as you can tell, it's super easy to use. And it may help you with the overall HTML structure and ensure that you don't just create an application that looks nice and works correctly, but that it also uses a semantically correct HTML structure under the hood. And Teleport makes that easy, as you can tell.